Good evening, everybody. Hello. What up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute, get the boot.
Your girl, as whack as she is in all her glory, was in the New York Times. Good evening, everybody. Yes, I got a shimmy for y'all. Oh my God, have I missed y'all? Yeah, Lord, life has been lifing, okay? We're going to get into all of that, okay? But before I do, first and foremost, you guys, welcome to Evidence Over Emotions. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Oh, child, it's been a minute, okay? But it's still the same. Keep it cute or you will get the boot, okay? Make sure you respect this platform and my situation, okay? Not for nothing, if you'd like to join this channel, you can do so by clicking the link that's located in the description box, okay? All right, if you would like to tip the hostess with the mostest, you can do so by sending me a cash out at WhitneyD TV87, or you can go ahead and hit that good old dollar sign, I believe it is, in the chat. And you can go ahead and send me a super chat, okay? Look, y'all, I'm a little rusty. It's been a minute, okay? I missed y'all, whatever, okay? Now, if you got a tip, you know, and you would like to send it to me, you can send it to my email at ReviewswithWhitneyD@gmail.com, and I promise you I will return whatever it is that you emails me. I will get back to it, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it. But first, let me get in the chat. I miss y'all. Okay, I miss y'all so very much. Hey, Mary Blue. Oh, me and you but there before. Oh, y'all. Hey, Mary Blue. Thank you so much. She said, looking beautiful. Thank you. Shawty. Hey, baby. She said, hello, Miss Whitney and chat. Hello. Hey, Regina. Hello. Oh, Little Rhode Island. Hey. I didn't know you was in Little Rhode Island. Ghana. Hey. Wow. Little old me. You are tuning in from Ghana? Wow. I am humbled. Thank you so very much. Hello. Welcome. I can't, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen you here before, but I could be wrong. Is this your first time tuning in? Welcome. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Welcome. And anybody else that I didn't get to say hello to, hello and welcome, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into everything. I know I've been away, and it's for a few reasons. One in particular is, as you guys may, if you are a watcher, okay, if you are a viewer of WhitneyD TV, I just got through getting past my fashion show, the Air Fashion Experience. I've uploaded clips. I am going to drop the full video, the full show, if you will, I think Friday. We're going to do a whole birthday celebration and all of that. because I will be turning 35 on Saturday. Gemini gang gang stand up. But yeah, so yeah, I had my fashion show. We just went through on the 21st of last month. And so I wanted to woosah afterwards, to be quite frank and honest with you. So that was what was going on. And to be honest with you, some other chain of events transpired, but I choose not to really talk on them. It's personable. If that moment comes that my family and I feel like we want to speak on it, we will. But in the meantime, in between time, thank you guys for being so patient with me, allowing life to life, and allowing me the opportunity to just go through everything. And like I said, it ain't that deep, you know. Child, y'all know me. Y'all know me. If it is, I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all know me. Very transparent and very open with y'all. Child, please. Anyways, I am here. I am back. Okay. And so thank y'all. 15 people. Hey, now I heard that Larry is out. Congratulations to him and welcome home to him. So I know a lot of you guys are probably were over there or are over there, you know, and gonna follow back with me. That's fine. I'll still be here. Not for nothing, y'all. A lot has been going on. Let's go ahead and get into this. Regina says, yes, born in Florida. How did you get in Ghana? That is beautiful. How did you get in Ghana? While you're telling me that, okay, so let's catch up. I think the last R.KELLY tales that I dropped to you guys was about the rescheduling of his sentencing, which is done been rescheduled again. It's no longer on the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. Now it's on the 29th. Yeah. Uh-huh. So on May 20th, order granting the defense's motion to submit a supplemental to his sentencing submission. The existing deadline for the parties' sentencing submissions will not be extended, okay? Except the defense is permitted to file a supplement by June 13th. And the sentencing hearing currently set for June 15th is adjourned to June 29th at 10:30. So it got pushed back yet again, but the judge said this is the final time. And a lot of other stuff took place. The sentence memorandum has been submitted. I'm going to catch everybody up with the R.KELLY tales and get my channel, because I know I'm so late. I know y'all been discussing the case, you know. I know don't one chica stop no a show. So I've been listening myself to the updates that have been going on with the R.KELLY trial. Now, as of right now, all we know is that Judge Donnelly still has not made a ruling in the appeal. So that's that on that. We're still waiting on that. Stuff is shaking. It's a stir in Illinois. Also, the fans of R.KELLY has ran off Bojangles, okay? Ran her smooth off of Twitter, okay? She dust. I mean, she is gone, child. She contacted Twitter and told them allegedly to deactivate her page, child. She was like, I'm through, okay? So that's that in regards to that. Let's go to where y'all already know what's important to me, and that's sexual abuse. If you guys are just tuning in, don't know who I am, I'm a big advocate about sexual abuse. I actually celebrated a year of my documentary, When Time Stopped, in April, where I dive deep, you know, myself along with other cast members. I think it's like total of 4 or 5 of us, and we share our stories about our childhood sexual trauma. And I love that documentary because it wasn't just women. It was actually a male on there that I was so grateful that he was bold enough to share his story of his sexual abuse and getting in the homosexual lifestyle because of it. Now, that's not everybody's story. However, that was his story. And so you guys have to check that out. So me doing series like this, they call them Daddy too, is not me to really shoot shots at the males that got abused by him, but to show the world that how we just overlooked the fact of the matter that it was not just girls that he abused. but boys. And I say boys because these boys were 16 and 17 years old. And on the contrary, so were the young girls. They were young. And although on the trial, on the court, in the court, on the stand, they were grown women, grown men, they were kids, right? And so I made sure to do a due diligence of running it back, okay? Running it back. Because these supporters act as if this man wasn't messing around with little boys, and he was. The judge knew that. His attorneys knew that. Everybody knows that. But they got abused too. Not in the magnitude in which the women did, because he actually treated them way better than the girls, okay? You're going to hear how Lewis stole from him, and it was just told, oh, well, just give it back and all is fair. But you hear a whole video that we all heard drop in the court about him, about the abuse. He was abusive, cursing her out, making her go to the room and all this stuff like that on tape. And a lot of people in the world was like, well, she stole from him. You're going to hear how Lewis did the same thing. But again, the sexism in even abuse, okay? Him being a man, it's okay. But a girl, yeah, she stole. So, yeah, he's mad. But the boy stole too, and he didn't get all of that. It was just like, okay, bring it back. But I digress. You guys, catch yourself up if you have not. We're going to go ahead and dive deep in evidence over emotions. Yeah. They called him daddy too, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it without further ado. All right, you guys, we are back. I saw some comments I want to pull up. Hey, Queen Kish. She said, hey, Whitney, missed you. I missed you too. I miss you guys so much. Regina says, I made the big move in 2019 and love it. I'm telling you, I hear so much about going back to Africa. It's land there, it's money, okay? Yeah, but no shade, no tea. You know, I don't know your heritage or whatever. A lot of us was born here and are from here, okay? You know, on the contrary to a lot of these white folks, okay? We were here. Why they keep telling us to go back home? We are home, okay? But I digress. This ain't that type of night, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this transcript now. Those that are coming in, again, we are looking at the transcripts of Lewis, okay? Lewis was one of the pivotal witnesses, okay? He was not on trial against R. Kelly. He really didn't even want to testify against him because, shoot, it was all gravy for him, okay? He done went on with his life. He's married. He has children. He got subpoenaed, okay? Just like Demetrius, the attitudes was roaring on trial because he didn't want to be there, okay? He didn't want to snitch on R. Kelly, all right? So Lewis is a guy that you're going to hear just got exposed to so much and really wasn't getting abused in that aspect. Now, with R. Kelly he was, but really he had him doing a lot of acts that, you know, most normal, you're going to hear, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me share my screen. And let's get into this real what it. Let me go ahead and get it pulled up. I miss y'all so much. I did. I gotta admit, I miss y'all a lot. It was fun. It was relaxing. I'm not even gonna lie to you, child. This rest that I needed, it was very well needed, child. That planning of a whole fashion show, it's a lot. It takes a lot out of you. Hey, come get this commentary. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am. And you know what? My husband, y'all know my producer over there, okay? I'm going to most definitely play some clips at the end of this. I'm going to try to get these pages in. But I am definitely, if you stay tuned, I'll pull up some clips from my channel and play a few and let you guys see if you guys haven't had the opportunity to, okay? Come get this commentary. Said, Whitney looking so pretty. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into it, okay? I'm going to put my little stuff over here. All right, as I read this to you guys, okay? Okay, so where we left off at, we were hearing a new individual that Lewis was. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I knocked myself off. That Lewis had just met. Okay, another like music producer or something like that, and then we're also going to hear about his friend that he introduced into this fold. Okay, which is the other John Doe. He down. I can't reach over there because it's blocked off. But the one with the microphone, which is Alex. That was Lewis's friend, okay? Who was, I think he said, give or take, was younger or older than him by a year. So if Lewis at the time was 16, that boy was 17, or Lewis was 16 and the boy was 15. Okay? You want to hear all about that. So let's get into it, okay? Again, I'm gonna go right on over here. There we go. Okay. Let's go. And we left off on page 36, okay? All right, so says, and did your friends include both males and females? Oh, wait a minute, did we read this? Okay, yeah, we read this. Okay, yeah, we on page 36. Okay, yes, Miss Gideon. I'm sure the witness only was been marked for identification as government's exhibit 67. Yep, this was it. Because I think I said 64 and I had to correct myself. Miss Gideon, do you recognize what's shown in 67? Yes. Who is that? Keela? Is that one of the individuals that you brought to defendant's house while you were in high school? Yes. Miss Gideon. Government offers 67. Mr. Cannon. No objection. The court. That's in evidence. Government's exhibit 67 received in evidence. Do you want to display it for it? Yes. We can publish it. Okay. Thank you. And I'm showing the witness only what's been marked for identification as government's exhibit 91. Do you recognize government's exhibit 91? He goes on to say yes. Now, and who is that? Just the first name, please. Kendra. And was Kendra one of the individuals who you brought to the defendant's parties while you were still in high school? Yes. Ms. Gideon. The government offers government's exhibit 91. Mr. Cannon. No objection. The court. That will be in evidence. Government's exhibit 91 received in evidence. The judge. You can display it publicly. Yes. Okay. And do you know Kendra's last name without saying it? He says yes. I'm sure the witness only what's been marked for identification as 91A. It's the name written first of all. It's the photograph shown in 91A, the same photograph that I just showed you in 91. He says yes. And is the name under the photograph the true first and last name of Kendra? He says yes. The government offers 91A. Mr. Canning, no objection. The judge, all right, that will be in evidence. Government's exhibit 91 received in evidence. The judge, jury only. Ms. Gideon, jury only, please. Ms. Gideon goes on to question Lewis. And now you testify that you also brought male friends to the defendant's house while you were in high school. Is that correct? He says yes. Ms. Gideon, I'm showing what's in evidence as government's exhibit 68. Do you recognize who is shown in the government's exhibit 68 without saying the first or last name? Yes. Is that one of the males that you brought to the defendant's house while you were still in high school? He said yes. And I am showing, well, do you know the true, without saying it, do you know the first and last name of the individual shown in it Government Exhibit 68? He says yes. And what is the age difference between you and the individual shown in 68? Now, this is what I was talking about. Okay? This is what I was trying to tell y'all about. Okay? He goes on to respond. 1 year. Is the individual in Government Exhibit 68 younger or older than you? Younger. He's 1 year younger than you? Yes. Where did the individual in 68 go to high school? Same school, Hillcrest. And when you were a senior, was he a junior in Hillcrest? He stated yes. Okay. I'm showing the witness only what's been marked for identification as Government Exhibit 68A. And Government Exhibit 68, is that same photograph that you just saw in Government Exhibit 68? He says yes. And underneath that photograph, is that the true first and last name of the individual shown in 68 and now in 68A? He says yes. Ms. Gideus, the government offers 68A. Mr. Mechanic, no objection. And the judge, and that will be jury only. Ms. Gideus says yes, please. She goes on to question. Now, do you recall some of the occasions in high school when you brought some of your friends to the defendant's house? There was a couple. There were a couple of occasions. Meaning, it could be more. It could literally be more girls and boys. I want y'all to let that sink in. Just think about that. It could be more. It was several occasions that he brought friends from school. Several. I mean, couple, my bad. There was a couple, but the one that mostly stuck out to me was the day I graduated from high school. Ms. Kitty says, and approximately when did you graduate from high school? He said May of 2007. And what happened at that particular party? What was it for? He answers and said it was for his album release party. Do you remember which album? He says yes. He was asked what album? He says Double Up. And where was the party held? He said in his house in Olympia Field. And did you bring friends to that particular party? He said yes. And among the friends that you brought to the defendant's Double Up party on your graduation day, did it include the individual shown in Government Exhibit 68, which is in evidence? He says yes. And also the individual shown in Government Exhibit 91, who you identified as Kendra, he said yes. So the Akila or Kalia girl, aka Kendra, as well as Alex was present. Mind you, Alex is a year younger than him. On the contrary, he was graduating, but that means that Alex was still under him, a younger age. So even if at 17 he graduated, that boy was 16 years old, or vice versa. If he graduated at 18, that boy was 17 years old. But this was not even the first time. This is one particular occasion that he remembers that stood out to him. And we're going to see why. Let's continue. Yes. And the individual shown in Government Exhibit 67, did she also go with you to that party for the release of Double Up album? He said yes. Miss Gideon says, I'm sorry, I'm going to show you Government Exhibit 68, just so that the jury can see. How did you get to the party at the defendant's house on graduation night? He states, my mom had dropped us off. And what happened when you arrived? He states, and listen to this. He states, well, we couldn't get in. We couldn't get in unless you had the CD. So what did you do? My mom took us out to the store to get the CD. Now, I don't know about y'all or how you parent or how your mama was, but child, that's a little too much. My mom would be like, well, I guess you're not going to this party. I'm not going to sit here and go buy no CD. And great, y'all, on the contrary, it's R.KELLY or whatever the case may be. But y'all don't know my mama. My mama don't care if you are if it was Obama. Okay, my mama is my mama, true and through, and that's just like me. If I gotta go through leaps and bounds for this, you're not going. It's not meant for you to go. But on the contrary, this mama goes and buys the CD because she's gonna make sure her son gets into this party. But I concur. Let's continue, shall we? Get myself on up over here. Okay. So she said, so what CD did you need in order to get in? He says, we needed the CD for the release party, Double Up album. She says, well, did you return to the defendant's house? He said, yes. And so what happened when you returned? He said, we all came through the gate and some of us had to sign waivers. Some of us had to sign waivers. Let's see what kind of waivers these were, shall we? And what do you mean by waivers? Like can't take pictures, no pictures inside the house. Did you sign a waiver when you went to the Double Up party? He said no. And what, if anything, that you did, but did you see some of your friends who had to sign who did sign a waiver? He said yes. What, if anything, did your friends provide when they went to sign that waiver? He says, I'm not 100% sure. I just know they had to sign them. She says they had to sign a waiver. He said yes. She says, you testified earlier that the individual shown in 68 went with you to the Double Up release party at the defendant's house. Was that the only party of the defendants that you brought the individual shown in 68 to? Mind you, this is Alex again. He said no. I told y'all, this was not the only party. Hey, Kamiko. Said no. Were there additional parties? He said yes. What, if anything, did the defendant say about the individual shown in Government Exhibit 68? He said, one day, we had a conversation on the phone. He was telling me, he asked me who he was, and I just told him that was my friend. And then he told me, he pretty funny, man. Just keep bringing him with you. He a funny dude. He pretty funny, man. Just keep bringing him with you. He a funny dude. Now, most ninjas that I know, most real men, bumper ninja, a man, ain't finna be telling another man, keep bringing him. See, that's what we do as females. I like him. He funny. Keep him around. That's some feminine, excuse my French, in lieu of this Pride Month. That's some gay right there. He funny. Keep bringing him with you. No. And see, again, I said this when we heard about Lewis meeting R.Kelly and how R.Kelly manipulated him from the gate. Kind of trying to act as if he was there to hook him up with one of the ladies, you know what I'm saying, at McDonald's, when he truly, authentically wanted to get with Lewis. But he tried to pull that homeboy card. This is no different. This is a whole manipulation right here. He pretty funny. I concur. And in those early years, when you first met the defendant in or around 2006 and 2007, what, if any, interactions did you see the defendant have with the individual shown in Government Exhibit 68? Goes on to say, I just remember us going to a party and him coming back to me. It was like anytime we come to a party, it's common courtesy to greet whose house it is. So we go up to him and greet him. And this one time, he came back after greeting him and told me he gave him a piece of paper. See, you don't have to teach a dog new tricks if the old tricks still work, right? It's this saying that the enemy doesn't have to use new schemes when the old schemes are working, right? No difference with the ninjas that he's involved with, that he slips pieces of papers with his number on it. Let's just see what this particular piece of paper is. Maybe it's a comic strip, you know. Bazooka has them in their gums. Maybe that's what it was. Let's see what this was. Okay. And when you say that it's common courtesy to greet him, who is the him in the sentence? Robert. And you said that at some point he came back. Were you talking about the he in that sentence? Is that the individual shown in 68 or the defendant? He said he came back. That's shown on the screen. And what, if anything, did he show you? And you know, the person on the screen was, you know, Alex. He said he showed me he had a piece of paper in his hand. She asked him what was on the piece of paper. He says his phone number. Whose phone numbers? Robert's phone number. No shade again. That, I mean, okay. Hey, Long Star. Hey, Love Bear. Hey, he says, your eyebrows are popping. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They're a little thick, so I have to do them a little thicker. But thank you so much. Thank you. Miss you so much, Boo Bear. All right. Let's continue. The defendants, he said yes. After that initial time in the defendant's garage, where the defendant gave you oral sex, did you continue to have sexual encounters with the defendant? Yes. Yes. But listen to this. Let me put this on the big screen. Were any of your sexual encounters recorded? Yes. How? Get this. How? You know, on a camcorder, tripod, or an iPad. He's a liar. I don't know where my gavel at. You know, I can't even find my gavel. He's a liar. That old hot, excuse my French, y'all, hot cock boy, just fast. He's a liar. It was no recordings, no evidence. He was just making it up. Were any of your sexual encounters recorded? Yes. How, Sway? How? You know, on a camcorder, tripod, or an iPad. You know, like the ones he kept in his backpack, that sparkling, glittery backpack. Like all the other Jane Does said. And when you say, it's okay, baby. And when you say on a tripod, what do you mean? Basically, the tripod holds the camera up. There was like a camcorder on top of the tripod. He says yes. And on other occasions, did you say the defendant also used an iPad? He says yes. How were you able to see that those sexual encounters were recorded? He would set the camera up. He would set the camera up. Who? The defendant? Yes. No. You mean like all the other individuals? All right. This is June 7th, 2000. I had the lens on. This is June 7th, 2022, and say hi to the camera. You mean he did that? He set it up on the tripod? Not the white man? Not the security guard or the bodyguards or the Jane Does but the defendant? Smelly? R.KELLY himself. Robert Sylvester Kelly did it himself. Oh, he's a liar. It wasn't no evidence. He's just making this stuff up. This boy is pressed. He want money. Oh, wait. He wasn't a witness. He was just a character witness in a sense of, being subpoenaed and having to, he wasn't trying to get justice. Let's continue. Let me run that back. Rewind. He would set the camera up. The defendant, yes. And were you able to see what was on the recording? I can't see what's recording, but I know where the camera is angled to. I see it. That's just like now with me. I can't see what's on the other lens, but I see that it's right here in front of me. Woo! I see that you see me. Goes on to say, And was the camera angled towards you and the defendant engaged in the sexual encounter? Objection, leading. The judge says overruled. He says yes. What, if anything, did the defendant ask you to call him? Here we go. What my whole series is based around. What everybody in the media was saying, oh, that's a term of endearment. Oh, okay. Keep that same energy. Hold that thought. Hold that same energy. Let's make sure we say this when it comes to these boys with penises. Okay? With anuses that he decided to place his little nasty thing up in. Okay? Having him call him daddy. Let's read. What, if anything, did the defendant ask you to call him? Daddy. What was that? Daddy. How, if at all, would the defendant characterize your relationship with him? Y'all listen to this. Listen to how sick and maniacal and twisted this is. As our relationship got stronger, he would call me more like a brother. Pause. And I'm going to break this down. You mean to tell me you were sexually engaging with your brother? But in a twisted, morbid way, he was your son because you had him calling you daddy. See, that's why I don't do all of that. I don't call my husband, he can tell you right over there, I don't call him daddy. I call him pop. We don't do that daddy and stuff. Even in sexual pleasure, and daddy, that's disgusting. I'm not screwing my daddy. It's my husband. It's my king. It's my man's. It's twisted. And see, all these movies, these baby boys and all this stuff got that stuff glamorized, but that's sick and twisted. It's incestual. And you have to be careful of what you speak out there. How the heck you gonna be having sex with these individuals that you're saying that we have a brother-sister relationship with? But then I want you in the midst of us engaging in sex, call me daddy. And then that puts you in a role now of authority in an aspect of mother and father. I am over you. I'm your superior. I am your parent. I concur. As our relationship got stronger, he would call me more like a brother. I was his little brother. The judge says, at any point did your sexual encounters with the defendant include anyone other than you and the defendant? He says yes. He was asked, do you remember the first time that it included someone other than you and the defendant? He says yes. Where were you when this happened? Let's go. Let's go. At the same place, in the boxing ring area of his house, in that detached garage. He says yes. What happened? Let's go. We had came in the garage area, and then he had snapped his fingers 3 times. And a young lady came from under the ring. And when you said we had come into the garage area, who was the we? He said me and Robert. And Who snapped his fingers 3 times? He said, Robert. And you said that a young lady came out from underneath something. Is that right? He said, yes. Where did you first see that young lady? Where did she come from? He said, from underneath the dead blasting boxing ring. He was asked what happened after the defendant snapped his fingers 3 times and the young lady came out from underneath the boxing ring. He goes on to say, she came out and he told her to come here. She then crawled over to him and gave him oral sex. And he then told me to pull my pants down and told her to do me the same way that she did him. Yikes. What happened? Then she went ahead and did it. She gave you oral sex. Yes. Now, did you hear the defendant say anything else to that young lady that day? He said, yeah. He was telling her to say she liked me, to say my name. He wanted her to say my name. She asked him, now, did you want that young lady to give you oral sex that day in the boxing ring? Listen to this. Peep this. He said, I didn't mind it. What youngster, what boy getting his rocks off wouldn't mind it? Makes sense, right? But listen to the difference of those that he first engaged with R. Kelly. He couldn't even get hard. And said he didn't enjoy it. Said he didn't want it to happen. He didn't mind this though. Okay? It was just a weird situation. Being with another person, another male and a female. So it just was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable. I wouldn't mind if it was just me and her, but it was uncomfortable. Was it just you and her? He said no. Who else was there? Me and Robert. Can you describe the young lady who gave you oral sex after the defendant snapped his fingers 3 times? He said, so she was caramel skinned and had long hair, very petite. That's all I can remember. Then she asked, had you seen her before that encounter? He said, she looked familiar, like maybe one of the girls from the basketball court. But it was really hard to really know if it was her for sure because they always wore baggy clothes. So they look a little different when they had the basketball court, when they at the basketball court. She asked, what, if anything, was she wearing when she crawled out from underneath the boxing ring? He says she was naked. Now, did you ever encounter the defendant when you were intoxicated? He says yes. Now, mind you, he is well under the age of drinking lemons. Well, he just graduated. So let's give him 18, but that's still under the age. He said, yes. She said, what happened? He goes on to say, I remember the time when I was at the party and I got so intoxicated and I was very drunk, so I passed out on the couch. Where was the party? He said, this party was held at the 5-star inside the house, Olympia Field. the defendant's house in Olympia Fields? He said, yes. He goes on to say, and she goes on to ask, and you testified earlier that the 5-star was that bar area on the first floor. Is that correct? He said, yes. He goes on to say, and what happened? She asked him, what happened? He says, I just remember me passing out on the couch, and then I woke up that morning and he was in there. Who is the he in that sentence? He says, Robert. The defendant, he says, yes. She asked him, what, if anything, was the defendant doing when you woke up? Listen to this. And I'm going to put this on the screen. I'm going to put myself on the screen. I just remember it was very, very, very blurry. So I just remember him getting up and just seeing if I was all right. And he kind of like left, but to me, it felt like he might have gave me oral sex. This baby was not only intoxicated and inebriated, but basically sodomized. Great without the G. Because if you were intoxicated, you can't consent. And furthermore, he wasn't of age to consent. Sad. We're almost wrapping up, you guys. We got one more page. Was anyone else in the room when you woke up that day besides you and the defendant? He said no. The judge says, is this a good time to break? This is a great time for us. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Ms. Gideon says, sure. The judge says, okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to break for lunch. Please do not talk about the case at all. I will see you at 2:15. The clerk, all rise. The judge, all right, everybody can be seated and the witness can step out. We will see you after lunch. Witness exits the courtroom. I'm going to get back on here. Witness exit the courtroom. Anything before we break for lunch? Mr. Koenig says, nothing from us, Your Honor. Ms. Gideon says, no, Your Honor. The judge says, okay, see you at 2:15. Lunch and recess taken. All right. And we stop here, you guys, on the 50th page, and we will continue on page 51, which is 1850 on the overall transcripts. And shouts out to Robert Kelly Open Discussion Group, where I obtained this particular transcript, okay, for our reviewing, okay? Gosh, y'all, it's getting spicy, okay? So far, we've heard about how he met R. Kelly, how he got manipulated from the very start of it, on to hearing how he invited more girls, more boys. That's why it's just really to say that we don't know how many people got affected by R. Kelly. We don't know how many lives were actually damaged by this man. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait for the Illinois trial, because there's a lot of people that y'all don't know. You know, nobody can scrutinize. They haven't been public on YouTube and the internet. You know what I'm saying? But not for nothing, y'all. This is sad and disturbing to say the least. But they called him daddy too, as you clearly heard. Okay. You know, and it's not just for namesake. They literally called him daddy too, and brother, and all that. And on the contrary, they just went on, continued to live their lives. You know what I'm saying? And nobody was none the wiser, you know? So, yeah, let me see what you guys had to say. Regina said, oh my goodness, yes, this is sad. Because, again, these were boys. 15, 16, 17 years old. These were boys, you know? And he up here doing a little sneaky link on the little boy. while he while he intoxicated. Oh, perv. But anyways, you guys, as I promised, I wanted to pull up one of the videos from my show to share with you guys. You know, and I ask that you guys please, please, please take out the time to head on over to these videos and actually go look at them and go check them out yourselves. I'm excited. Like I said, this Friday, I want to actually turn up with you guys a little bit before I turn up because I plan on hitting something up Friday, Saturday, and I'm gonna rest on the Sabbath. Okay. So I would love for you guys to let me see which one is this. I would love for you guys to come in on Friday and let's get in where we fit in. Let me go ahead and pull one of these videos up so I can share with you guys. And like I said, they're already up. You know, I'm gonna share this with you guys. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up. Oh wait, I gotta actually pull it up because it'd be tripping any other ways. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna pull up the all males one because that was one of my favorite ones to see all the guys go in on the show like that and represent for the men. And you get to see me, you guys, a little bit or whatever. Okay, so let me go ahead and share it. Okay, I'm excited. Okay. And y'all, this is what I do, baby. Whitney Davis planning before it was a Whitney D TV, okay? But you guys check this out. I'm excited. This is a friend of mine who actually started with me in my event planning journey. One of my first fashion shows. His name is Gerald Washington. And now he just launched his all-male brand, which is Studio 710. And I was honored to be able to premiere his line, Black owned. All of the designers in my show, Black owners, okay? So I pride myself on doing the due diligence of not just speaking it, talking it. All my brand affiliates on this channel are Black owned, except for Suja, but that's new, y'all. Hey, okay? But not for nothing, you guys. Check Studio 7 out, okay? Here we go. As a production assistant for Rose, an assistant designer for 77G, American Rag, and American Rag Men's. We also have a collaboration collection with VNX available now. Here is Studio 710's first runway presentation. Studio 710. Y'all, this is my nephew. This is my nephew right here. Check him out. All right, you guys. That was a little clip. All the clips in their entirety can be found on my channel here at Whitney D TV. So make sure you guys go check them out. The entire show will be dropping this Friday, probably afternoon or whatever the case may be. It will be premiering, and all of the little pieces that you guys weren't able to see in the clips. But if you guys want to go check out the clips, go do so. I'm excited about actually premiering the whole video in its entirety. But also, you guys, okay, hold on, wait a minute. Let me pull this one up, okay? I got to, okay? Give me just a second, and I'm gonna wrap this up. I didn't download it, okay? But I gotta toot my own horn. I don't know if you guys are privy to. I did a exclusive interview with Redrick, and he was actually a co-star off of G Status ATL Hustle here on YouTube, and they're like web series and things of that nature. And he said some very disparaging things about another fellow web series individual who was actually on that show with him. And now I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chasing Reality. I'm a big fan of the franchise and I watch regularly, right? I was able to interview Ike, and he was actually responding in regards to what Richard said on my interview. And so I am super excited to be able to premiere that interview here on Wednesday. Check out this exclusive promo, if you will, in regards to what is going to be taking place on this Wednesday.
Say my name, make them nervous.
Oh yeah, baby, you see it. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you. I promise. It's your boy Ike. What's up, y'all?
Look. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello. What's up, Whitney D? How are you?
What is your sexual orientation?
You know what? If I had to put a title, well, I'm not good with labels, but just through learning myself and continuing to evolve year by year, at the moment, I guess saying my name would kind of get you some eyes on your profile. So I get it. But if we're just going to start from the beginning, is that what we about to do?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what G Status was all about. It was about scandals, dramatization, and sensationalizing portrayals of people.
I haven't spoken on this bald head ass cross-dresser.
This girl's literally body shaming me. Like you shaming me for being in shape when you shape like a damn linebacker.
Bitches be jacking me like your rapper.
Yeah. It got real spicy. So make sure you guys tune in on tomorrow. Here, same bad place, different bad time. It premieres before the actual show, which I'm excited about that. We're going to slide that interview in, and then the Chasing Reality or Chasing Atlanta is going to come on there afterwards. So I'm excited. This is what you guys can expect here at Whitney DTV. I'm not just R. Kelly. No shade to those that are. I have true and authentic content, and this is what I plan on doing, giving you guys more exclusive interviews and authentic content. All right, maybe popping in and out, vacationing and sequestering myself every now and again, but I promise you guys I'm working. Okay, so in the midst of me being away, I got to facilitate that interview, and it was a pleasure. On the contrary, it was about mess that started it, but it was a genuine ending at the end. So I am excited to be able to bring you guys that on tomorrow. So stay tuned here at Whitney DTV, and y'all need to head on over to Whitney DTV 2.0, okay? Because anytime I want to dive deep in anything, I'm going to head on over there, because you know that channel is a little smaller, and I really feel like I can say whatever I want to say over there and do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not monetized just yet. Okay, working on it. Okay, not for nothing, you guys. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into another installation of Evidence Over Emotions. They call him Daddy too. Okay, now as you guys heard, we are getting into that phase of, you know, the sexual encounters that he had with R. Kelly and how they were facilitated and who else was involved and all of that. So it's time out by making it seem like this is just a hot girl, fast tail little girl situation when he messed with little boys as well. Are they hot? Are they fast? Are they after his money? Tell you the sexism, even in sexual abuse, is weird, big weird. But not for nothing, you guys. That is it for me, and I love y'all so very much. I'm back, and I'm better. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Every famous nigga that gets arrested is not Nelson Mandela. Yes, the government conspires to put a lot of innocent black men in jail on fallacious charges. But R. Kelly is not one of those men. We all know the nigga can sing. But what happened to standards? What happened to bare minimums? You a fan of R. Kelly? You want to help R. Kelly? Then get some counseling for R. Kelly. Introduce him to some older women. Hide his camcorder. But don't pretend like the man is a hero.